Hello everybody, welcome to the next Space Engineers episode. Last time we finished our ship. Well, I wouldn't say finished because it looks a bit meh. But we did a fine job. It can fly, it can mine, it can eject its cargo. I would say we did a good job. So what I want to do right now is actually I want to enhance it a bit visually, you know, and maybe put one or two things on it, some different things. So let's just get right in. What I want to do first is these drills. Let me just grind this one away because I want to make them red. And of course, in survival, you have to grind them away and then put them back on with the color you wanted them to. Oh, also a good tip, if you're grinding away, you normally would get back the material, that's true. But if your inventory is actually full and you start to grind stuff away, it will actually drop it in like item form, and if you don't watch out, for example if you're in deep space, things will float away. So always be aware of that. Because there actually are some items that you cannot build with your full inventory. You need to make 2 separate trips. So be careful. Alright. There we go. And now, of course, I think I said it last time, we want to hide some of these things here. Because just in case, you know, if we're attacked by anything, we don't want our reactors like this in the open. That would be stupid, wouldn't it? So we just do some decoration slash armor stuff like this. And of course it's not finished, I'll do a lot more. Like this. The only thing you have to consider if you're doing that, you will increase the weight of your ship, which means it will actually accelerate slower. So if you put a lot of armor on it, you might consider putting in an additional thruster maybe, if you feel it's too slow. Let's actually check how... It's 11 tons at the moment. So if it's when we're finished, it probably will be more, I suppose. Okay. So we're gonna hide these. Real neat. We could also fill this stuff here out, but that's... at least on a mining ship, we don't need that much armor. So I'll just leave a gap there, you know. It will also help us with the weight a little bit, so we don't have to put in that many additional thrusters. And that, of course, will also mean if you put in additional thrusters, you might need to put in some additional... oh, what's it called? Reactors, you know? So yeah, I think it's kind of dependent on taste, but I like to hide these like gyroscopes and everything technical. I like to hide these inside the ship. Because the thing is, if your gyroscope is getting destroyed, you will have a hard time maneuvering. So that's why I always hide this. Don't want my enemy to be targeting my gyroscopes. And then what else do we do like this? So this is the more creative part of the game, the Minecrafty part, so to speak, where you can just build whatever you like. Of course you have to, as I said, be a bit careful with the weight of your craft. But generally you can actually do whatever the hell you like. go. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. So now let's get at the lower end here. It's actually let's make these white. These. Like this. I think that looks cool. And then make another row in red, just below that. Okay. And now we'll put this in reverse. Is that correct? No, wait, that's not correct. That's what I wanted. No, wait. Like this, so it's symmetrical. Because I like symmetry. I always build symmetrical if possible. No, wait, actually that's not. It's wrong. I did it right the first time, I think. Like this. This is correct. Yeah. There we go. And put a whole bunch of those right here. There we go. So you see I only put light armor blocks on this one because yeah, I'm not gonna hunt like military and business ship with this thing. We'll build a fighter at some point where we will hunt down some of these ships, and there we will need great speed and some armor because most enemy ships are actually equipped with like oh, what are these called? Like miniguns. So yeah, you might want to have oh wait, I don't even need to do that. That's unnecessary weight I'm adding here. Because I'm gonna put these in here, right. So these are blocking the entrance, the sight to the reactors. Perfect. There we go. And we use red again for the slanted blocks. And these. Oh, we need to do that on the other side as well. Let's just put it on here and then we'll add a special block as well. Because I just, in another save game of mine, I figured out about this block. I never used it before. But I figured out how it works and I kind of like it. So I'm gonna show you in a few minutes what that is. Just recharge to full energy! Absolute power! There we go. That kind of looks cool, our ship already, wouldn't you say? Alright, so we have all of these, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side, like this. Like this. So, I think I'll leave that for now. Let's see how... It's now 13.5 tons, so yeah. So the thing is, as I said, I like to control all my aircrafts from this perspective as much as possible, but I think I said last time, it's quite difficult to actually gauge how far you have to fly with this, so your thingy here is actually in, you know, in range, like this. But there is a kind of solution to this, where you can actually help gauging that. And that thingy is called a camera. So yeah, we're gonna put a camera down here so we can actually see what the hell we're doing. I just have to figure out how we're gonna put this camera, because we could either put it like this so it will look down, but I'm actually more fan of the idea of putting it some kinda like this, you know? So we can actually see where it drops. I think that's a cool idea. There we go. And there's nothing else you need to do, basically. You don't need to hook up the camera or something. You just put it on a powered ship. That's enough. You can have several of these in different positions. I could, for example, if I had some space, I could put one of them like right here in the middle, and I will see like drilling vision. And actually what I like to do sometimes, because every once in a while you will be like digging inside a meteorite, you'll almost dig like a tunnel, and then you run into the problem, if you're backing out, that you might bump into stuff and eventually you could destroy your thrusters. So I'll put in a camera on the back as well, so that if I'm backing out I can actually see where I'm going. So now we need to hook these cameras up in here. No, not hook up, we just need to equip them. And so we can actually separate these two. We're gonna name them. You can do this by going to, when you're in the ship, press I and for inventory and go into the control panel. Then you can see everything from the ship. And you can rename stuff. Let's see, camera. Yeah, camera 1 and camera 2. You can see here's view. If you press that, you'll get a view of the camera. And camera 2. Oh, where was I? Here. So camera 1 is our dropper camera. And camera 2 would be our back camera. Okay. And now with G, we have these two dropper camera. You right click and then say view. Right click view. So now if I press 3, you can actually see. So just in theory, I would like approach like this next time. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna drop our collected stuff. Let's activate our camera. There we go. And now I can pretty much... I think that's correct, right? Let's check. Almost. Almost. So I would say I have to fly as far so I can like see the... I can't see the collector anymore, like this. Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb. That will work. And then of course we have the back camera. So we can fly backwards. Whee! Very cool. The only thing you have to keep in mind, the control scheme stays always the same. So even if you're looking backwards, your controls are the same. So yeah, oh, I damaged this with my thruster. Oops. So you have to be careful of that. So if you put a camera in the back, you'll have to think crosswise when it comes to movement and so forth. Just keep that in mind. Another thing I wanted to add, because sometimes if you're mining it gets a little dark and you can't see anything, especially if you're inside a meteorite, so we're gonna add some spotlights. And I'm just thinking, where could we add those? Maybe like on the side of these drills actually. Yeah, we can have 4 spotlights, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, there we go. And the last one. Yeah, look at that. Awesome. I would say we're pretty much all ready. Actually, I don't like this back here. It looks a bit weird. Let me just fix that real quick. And like this. Actually we have space to put in our banner, so to speak. I'll put it in here as well. My symbol. White. Ta-da! Awesome. Yep. Perfect. So it's very recognizable as my ship. Okay. Cool. So let's just go for a little mining trip to see how the lights work out. You can activate your lights with L. So standard they're activated, it seems. So, and I'm not sure. Let's see. Do the lights actually use more power? Let's see, power usage is 0.57. Yeah, they do. Because I think on your suit, on your spacesuit, if you activate the lights there, it doesn't really drain any power, I think. See? Lights! Without lights we wouldn't have a clue that there's iron here. Awesome. Let's actually get some platinum. Deactivate the droppers, the ejectors, because if we don't, we will just propel our stuff out. Let me get some platinum. Platinum is always good to have. And the conversion rate from platinum to platinum ingots is so low, you need a lot of platinum. Wait. Oh, actually this camera is pretty useful because... Wait. Why is there only one of my drills working? What the hell? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know why. Because I replaced those drills. It took them out of my group because these are technically new drills. So now they don't activate when I activate my group, the drill system. So I have to re-add them. For this you just click on the group and then you select with Control and click the ones you want to add, and then you just save like this. So now... now every drill is activated again. That's very good. I just thought something is not right here. Let us drill inside a bit, and then we can actually see if our back camera is doing anything useful for us. Can we get inside like this? Yes. Okay. So our back is actually free, it seems. Looks good. Yeah, you see, there's some walls, but like this, it should be fine. So you can just back out. Well, more or less. There we go. Awesome! I think our mining ship is pretty much cool like that. So, let's return to the platform. How many platinum to be gathered? 21 tons. A bit more than that. Very nice. Okay, so now let's get on the appropriate height, something like that. Get our camera. Okay. So now like this. Start to drop. Yeah, see, that works. Excellent. Ah, I like this. So now with our first ship complete, of course there's a lot of things we can do now. Well, we can gather materials, obviously, a lot of them, very easily. And also you can travel to a bit more faraway asteroids, because as long as you're in your cockpit, you will actually recharge your energy, so you will never run out. As long as your ship has power, obviously. But that means we can get to faraway asteroids as well. And now we have enough energy, I think. 20 hours, well, that's fine. We can, if we go to our control panel and we select our platform, that's our beacon. You can see you can increase the broadcasting range of your beacon. So you can get to faraway asteroids and still see your beacon. You can just put this up. You can see in the bottom right, it increases the power usage. So for example, on 10,000 meters it was 2 kilowatts, and on 20,000 it's 4 kilowatts, so it's not exponentially. So that's good. We'll put it on 20,000 for now. I think that's good. So, is it still dropping? Yes. Let us see. Yes, it's... Oh, look, we have a lot of platinum now. 41 kilos. That's actually a lot. I mean, a lot. And we have a lot of material that needs to be turned into ingots. Oh, we need... Let's do some iron. We almost ran out of iron, actually. Oh, actually, it couldn't produce anymore because we ran out of iron. That's the thing. Okay. You always have to keep your production queue in an eye on your production queue, so you can produce the appropriate materials so it can keep going. I think now we have enough. Yeah, we have enough iron, so we can still produce some platinum. Sure. What I like to do next is, since now we can get a buttload of minerals and ingots and can start to produce a lot of materials, I think we should think about a storage system of some sorts, which basically means just a lot of more containers. So let me just make a bit bigger platform here. Like this. And then, in the end, I actually want to turn this whole refinery business, because at the moment it looks pretty bare bones. I want to turn it into like a building, so it's the pipes are hidden in the end and stuff like that. So I think that will be our next project, to turn this stuff into a proper building, so it looks cool and stuff. And then I can actually also show you some interior stuff that you will normally not use on normal ships, or at least on small ships. Like interior lights, doors, and all this stuff. Now let's just prepare by building a bigger platform. And of course I can pretty much increase the platform size to as much as I want to. I think there's not really a limit, and as long as the platform is connected by some sort of block like this, it will actually also transfer the power of the reactor. So that's the only thing you have to think of if you're doing your platform expansion. You have to connect them somehow by blocks. Most of the time armor blocks, I suppose, but there's also other things you can use to collect two small platforms, or to expand your platform. And also I want to link the reactor to this system here, because if we do that, the reactor will automatically pull uranium ingots from our refinery into its reactor chamber. So you can just dump like a whole lot of uranium into our collector, and then the assembler will turn them into ingots, and our reactor will gobble the ingots up and be powered for a long time. So that's a good idea. Let's get the appropriate stuff. We need some medium small cargo containers. We need conveyor tubes and a conveyor, maybe like that. So I want to have storage, I said. So let's put some storage down like this. Every one of those is 8,000 liters, so that should be enough, hopefully. And now I need tons of construction components, interior plates, and motors. Let's produce some of those, come on. And some small tubes as well, it seems. Okay, small tubes then. Small tubes, where are you? Small tubes. There we go. That should be enough. Yep. Okay. So now we need to connect these to the system, and since the containers have doors on each side, this means these four are already connected to each other, so I only need to connect one of those. Which we'll connect them here, I would say, with a conveyor. And more small tubes are needed. Damn it. There we go. So now these all should be accessible. Let's try that. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have to access it from here. You can't access the system through a conveyor. It needs to be some kind of cargo container or any other thing with a door. Let's see. Yeah, see, there we have cargo container 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. These are the newly added containers. Yep, they're all accessible. That's a good way of testing it. Putting something of your inventory into the system and then into the separate containers. So it works. Very good. Now, we need to reach this guy right here. Let's do it like this. Over and then like this. Now we need a ton more of small tubes, I suppose. No, construction components and steel plates. Do I have enough? Yes! Okay, these are connected. So now everything here is connected. Very good. Let's just fly our ship away. Whoa! It's a bit hard to control at times, but it's fine for a mining ship. I mean, it's not a fighter. We don't need to do like tight maneuvers and stuff. Did I damage the collector again with my thrusters? Nope. Good. Alright, so we hooked everything up. And I think this is ready to be turned into a building. so it looks a bit cooler and not as bare bones as it does right now. But that's stuff for the next episode, I suppose. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode of Space Engineers. So until then, have a good time.